Hello everyone, I hope you're all well and finally enjoying the nice beautiful weather we're having in the UK, which is hot, sunny, warm, not raining, not freezing. So I hope you're enjoying yourselves and enjoying the extended bank holiday weekend we have. The video that I'm doing today is going to be a haul video of some of the recently released MAC collections, and as you know, MAC like to bombard us with like 6 at a time and somehow expect us to be able to fit that all in within our budget. So it's been a bit difficult. I mean, I didn't get things from all the collections, I just got some of the things that I was interested in getting. A lot you will say yes, you've got similar ones, but if I like a particular colour, I'll buy it again because I know that I'll use it a lot. So anyway, I'm going to get started. The first collection is Temperature Rising, and that was their main, I believe, the main summer collection to come out. You know, the usual bronzing products, none of which I bought anything from. And that's mainly because they release the same bronzing type products every year. So at some point over the past years, I've got their bronzing powder. So I've got like refined golden and I've got golden. I never get any of the oils. Don't really interest me. So first things first, I got both of the quads from this collection. They're the eyeshadow quads. So first, the packaging. It's called Temperature Rising, so it's, you know, warm, muted kind of heaty colours, very molten metal kind of look. And let's see, the first one I've got, this one is Temperature Rising. It's the one that's named after the collection. Inside it's all purple. Now, everything from this in particular collection is a little bit more expensive, and I think that's generally due to the different types of packaging. So the normal quads are obviously black and the normal covers and whatnot are black, so they actually do charge you extra for the packaging, which is really annoying because eventually you will throw it away and it doesn't really make a difference to me. It's more the colours. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. This quad in particular I've used quite a lot, so it's dirty, you can see that, and I'm wearing it on my eyes today. So there you can see all the colours. So it's a very obviously purple toned quad. Now let's see the colours. This one is beauty marked. This is actually a permanent colour, so it's almost like a very dark black burgundy sort of colour. This one is very, very pigmented. I already own this, unfortunately, so I mean, I've never really used that one that much, but this one appears to be a lot better than the permanent one, so I don't know. This one is really, really pigmented, and I've used it in the corners of my eyes. And then this one here is called Swelter, which is a frost, and this one is like a lilac-y mauve sort of colour, and that I've used like in my crease. This one gives good colour payoff as well. And then this one here is, I believe, let me see, that one's Temperature Rising, I think. Or that one is, one of them is anyway. It's a Volux Pearl. This one is called Performance Art, I think, if I'm doing them the right way round. I don't know which way they go, so I'll start it backwards. Anyway, this kind of pinky frosted-y one is pink and it's got like gold shimmers in it. This one is probably the most difficult one to work with. I'm wearing this on my lid today over here. I had to pack it on quite a lot to get any colour to show up, but it is quite difficult. But overall, when you do get the effect you want, it's a nice colour. And this one here, this one reminds me of loads of other ones which I own from different quads. Oh god, I just dug my nail in it. And this one is like a lilac-y, greyish lilac. It's really nice, very pigmented and very, very heavy on the glitter. I think that one's Temperature Rising, if it's a lustre, because it's got that kind of finish. So all of that I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I've used it quite a lot since. Now the other quad, which is called Bare My Soul, is the more, I think the name of the collection kind of applies more to this quad, even though the other one's called Temperature Rising. The colours are really, really like molten-y, metal type, bronzy sort of colours. And this one here is called Romantico, which is a Volux Pearl. It reminds me very much of, oh, the name fails me, like Patina maybe. by MAC, but it's a really lovely colour. Gives a nice muted bronze look. It's kind of like a warm caramelly sort of colour. Really good payoff. The one next to it, Bare My Soul Luster, I've not actually used that one, so I can't really say, but it's basically like a standard light kind of finely spun gold colour. Then this one here is called Friendly, which is a Velux Pearl. This one is like a darkened version of this one, and it's really good used in the crease. And then this one is my favourite colour, which is called When in Rio, which is apparently a frost. I may get the names mixed up, but I'm just going to show them to you anyway. This one is like a really dark blackish green. It's got duochrome. It reminds me a little bit of Club, but I'd say this one has got more green to it. But used all together, this quad is actually really amazing too. I'm really glad that I got both of these quads because I'm very impressed. And I got one of the lipsticks, which is called Feel My Pulse, which is a cream sheen, and it's what I'm wearing on my lips today. So it is a very beautiful purple, really, a very vibrant grape kind of purple. This one actually reminds me of Heroin quite a lot, and I know that because I've got Heroin from previous collection. So if you've got that, you're not really missing out on this. And nice kind of matte feeling, goldeny kind of tube. I got both the blushes from this collection. This one is called Hot Nights, and I'm wearing that on my face today. So it is a very strong fuchsia colour. You have to use this with a really light hand. I mean, even today I put too much on, so I had to use some powder over it to kind of tone it down. Very pigmented. I find even though it's a frost, it's very difficult to blend out as well, so you have to use it with a very light hand and use it gently, and then slowly start to build up the colour. And I do find it difficult to blend. There are plenty of dupes of these around as well in MAC. And then the other one is called Ripe for Love, which is a really nice tangerine orange colour. More on the tangerine peachy side, I guess. And I know it doesn't look like it's very pigmented, but it is extremely pigmented. And this is a satin, and it's same, I believe, as the other one. It is a little bit difficult to blend, and the colour payoff is so amazing. You've got to really use it with a very light hand. So I think both of these colours would show up really well on people with darker skin tones. This one is obvious that it would show up, but this one not so much. But I've had to use this again with a light hand and then had to tone it down as well. So those are all the things I got from that collection, which I'm very happy with, and I've used all the products and they're great, and I'm using obviously most of them on my face today. Next is the fashion sets. So MAC released a bunch of, I believe, I don't know if some of them have been released before. I know Heroin has, so I didn't bother buying it because I already own it. But what they did was they released a lip pencil, a lip gloss, a lipstick, and I think a nail polish, all of the same colour, so that you can basically have the same look all over your face, which is up to you whether you want to do. Now I bought Embrace Me, the eyeshadow, and it's a satin. It's basically a hot pink. I used this yesterday and it is very pigmented. There you go, see? And the colour payoff is absolutely amazing. So I only bought that of the set. And then the next eyeshadow I got is Ablaze, and this is basically an orange, sort of similar. I don't know how similar it is to, no, it's not so much, it's more orange than Ripe Peach. This one is more Ripe for Love, so this is more peachy, I guess, and this is more pure orange. Again, another one which is very pigmented. And this is also a matte. See, there you go, you can see it. That's the two colours. I did buy the lipstick of Ablaze, which is somewhere. Here is Ablaze. This is a matte colour, and if you hold it up against the eyeshadow, big difference. This one is a lot more orange. This is where more on the muted side of kind of orange, and it looks like that. It's a very strong colour, Very creamy, nice to wear, comfortable on the lips. I love this. I wore this once so far, and I would highly recommend getting this. And then the other one I got is Silly lipstick. This is basically a very hot pink. And there it is. Now, I wore this yesterday for the first time. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me wearing it, or on Twitter as well. It's very, very similar to Pink Friday by Nicki Minaj, if you've got that. And it's very similar to Pink Nouveau. So if you've got any of those lipsticks, it's not really worth getting this one. But overall, I really do love this lipstick. I love bright pink colours. They really tend to suit me quite a bit. And that's it from the fashion sets. Didn't bother getting Heroin. I already have the lipstick. And didn't bother getting any of the other things. Now from the Baked Beauties collection, I only got two things, two lipsticks. Because I didn't really see the worth in getting anything else. The first one is Raspberry Swirl lipstick. This is like a bright baby doll pink, and it's also a cream sheen. So it looks like that. Obviously there are hundreds of dupes out there that MAC have released before. The only thing with this cream sheen, as I find, is that it tugs a bit on the lips and does show up any imperfections. And I also happen to use it with Stay Sweet from the Archie Girls collection. It looks really nice on top and kind of counteract that whole scuzzy look that it gives your lips after a couple of hours, and that it shows up like every single imperfection. And then the only other thing I got was Lavender Whip, which people have always raved about and said how amazing it is. Now, I tend not to get lavender lipsticks because they make my teeth look kind of yellowy, and I haven't actually used this one yet. So it looks like that. According to Temptalia, queen of all knowledge when it comes to makeup, she says that this one is a lot more pinker than the previous one. So I can only imagine how lavender that one must have been, because this one doesn't really look very pinky. I haven't worn it yet, so that's the reason why I can't really state. So it's that one on the end. And this is also a cream sheen. So that is it. That is everything that I bought from MAC recently. Didn't get anything from any of the other collections. Wanted to get one or two things, but it was like, oh my god, I've already spent so much money, so I'm not going to spend any more. Yeah, so that's it. I hope that you enjoyed my haul video. If you've got any questions about any of these products that I have shown you, or anything else, please feel free to mention it down there. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram, because I always like to take photos and mention random things about the stuff that I've got recently, and because I don't always do videos on everything, but it takes 2 seconds to take a photo, right? Yeah, so I hope you're all well and enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.